Hey everyone, Sheldon here, and welcome to the next update for the paper single shot pistol. Now, if you saw my previous video, you probably remember me saying I was going to fill up this area with some sort of epoxy, most likely JB Weld or something like that, but I actually ended up doing something a little bit different to achieve this square shape. So as you can see, if I zoom in a little bit here, I wrapped a paper cylinder around the existing barrel. And since I knew this barrel was 400 thousandths of an inch in diameter, I knew this square shape needed to be 400 thousandths of an inch as well. But I still needed to make sure I had corners on here, so it was actually a pretty big cylinder that was wrapped around the upper portion of this barrel. As you can see, the top is actually still curved, and I'm going to keep it like that because, you know, when I fill this area up later, I won't need as much epoxy because that's already taking up a good amount of space. So that's what I did with the barrel, and this part is actually glued on there now, as you can see, and there's the metal hook that I was using epoxy on in the last video. So that finally cured, and I just glued this entire piece on there. So as you probably remember, the rubber band hooks onto that hook right there, and I'll show you what I mean. So here's the hammer right here, and you know, just like the previous videos, I just put the rubber band behind that little step piece there, and this is what pulls it forward. I still don't have a pin for this, so, you know, I'll find something, probably a nail or something like that. So, like I said, the rubber band hooks onto this hook right there, so I'm just going to do that really quick. Alright, so the rubber band is attached to that little hook right there. And I'm actually using orthodontic rubber bands, and you can actually find them on Amazon. They work really well for just like testing things out. So that's how that works. It just goes forward, and that rubber band is, you know, what pulls it forward. As I've said before, the trigger is going to have tension put on it, causing it to go this direction. So it will always be pushing on this area of the hammer. So if I push just like that, and obviously I don't have the other side plate on there, so it's not, you know, completely stable, I can pull this back and it locks into that little notch right there, and if I pull the trigger, it goes forward. Now the hammer is actually stopped by the barrel, which is a good thing. That means it won't just fly out anymore. It used to do that, which was actually really annoying. So everything is placed in the correct position, so I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like with the side plate on here. And I'm trying to figure out a temporary way to keep it on there so I can disassemble it, because this hook will be pretty hard to access when everything is closed off. So that's what it looks like when the side plate is on there and everything works. And obviously there would be tension on the trigger, but I don't have that in there yet, so it just kind of moves around. I have to push it forward to get it to latch on to the hammer. So it's got some power. I might add a second rubber band to that too, and eventually an extension spring. This mini project should be finished pretty soon, and everything seems to work in the current position that it's in, so that's a good sign. So hopefully after this mini project is complete, you guys will be seeing some of those new bigger projects. I'm still designing them, and that's obviously, for me, one of the most time-consuming parts is designing the entire thing, because you have to foresee so many different outcomes and possibilities. Some of the problems actually happen later in the process, and you can't really avoid them. They just sort of show up. So basically I just try to find all of the problems that could potentially happen before I start building it, and then when I actually do start building it, I deal with the problems that come up at that time that I'm building it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section below or in a personal message, and be sure to subscribe if you would like to see the latest updates, and I'll see you guys in the next video.